Team Liquid has brought a strategy that can actually work versus this 5th pick Timber. And of course, we have to talk about this AA.
We do. We don't get it a lot. It's,
No.
it's definitely one of those heroes that in practice, right, it's the Ice Blast. You see
Absolutely.
the meta that we're in. We're getting a lot of these morphlings and such. Of course, this game, it's not a support morphling, but still the element of the Ice Blast can completely ruin some of the popular heroes right now that do rely on that regen, the burst heal. I mean, even this game, of course, like the Monkey King with the Jingu Mastery heal coming into play. But I've got to only imagine that there's a lot of reasons why this hero ain't that great right now, because no one else is playing it. Like, what are the weak points and what are maybe the concerns for Falcons when you're picking this hero this game?
It's just sometimes you just run into this form of like lack of disable because it is this 5 position that you do sometimes want to have that. Hello. And this time they did cover it early on, right? They had the Sanking Jakiro really quickly picked up fast, and then even do have Missile, which isn't the most reliable kind of stun or anything, but it is things to allow this hero to be able to catch some of these ultimates in these positions. So definitely important. We'll have to see Force Staffs, Glimmers, etc. perhaps coming out for the side of Liquid. And of course, as they said, that pipe, which I'm wondering who's going to build the pipe and when, because Beastmaster, it usually takes some time. You usually want your Ags, and then maybe you'll go for pipe after or something, but I don't know. I'm not sure who's going to actually end up going
I mean,
for
Blitz was saying, right, he felt confident about their pipe timing.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to see that in practice.
Or is Boxy going to do some type of pipe morphling or something? I mean, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what they do.
I reckon most likely it's 33 going Ags.
I think so, too. Yeah. And the other thing, too, is...
Boxy's just going to take too much time. It's just going to be a bit awkward. He wants to get other things done on the morph. But was either way, someone's going to build it. If they don't, that's going to be concerning. A, because it's a very good pipe game, and because we heard from Coach Blitz that was part of the plan, at least from his perspective.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, we'll see what the move is from Liquid. Either way, as I said at the start of this all, this is going to be a big challenge for Liquid. If they're able to take this game against Falcons getting a last pick Timbersaw, that's going to be beyond impressive. Because so far, I don't think any of the teams are capable of doing that.
No, it doesn't seem like it. So other thing that I do have to mention, too, is besides just the Ice Blast, Ice Vortex is pretty insane in this meta. I felt like we were actually going to see this hero more because Sanking just became, you know, Sanking's being picked every game. Jakiro's even being picked for pretty much majority of these games too. So can't ever scoff at something like Ice Vortex, because even though, yes, there'll be a pipe and stuff, potentially, it kind of makes that, it nullifies a lot of that pipe, and they have a ton of magic damage. Gyrocopter, he maxes Barrage in almost every instance. He
rather dealt with the Slark than the Timbersaw.
I think I would probably have wanted to doubt the Slug, but I can say, crit, Insania, be careful how you step up. Jakiro does an absurd amount of damage.
Oh, he's got the Fairy Fire.
Oi.
He's not going to get him, though.
And now crit, maybe getting baited himself. A TP. Heads up play.
That's close there.
That was
Felt like he was going to be able to get another hit in, but he didn't. Crit gets out. No first blood to be had quite yet.
That was kind of a little bit of a jib bait play from both sides.
Yeah,
Mid,
it really was.
I think we've seen this one now coming out a little more even. It's just a skill matchup of who's getting hit. If you do get like a stun to block a shield crash or something, if you get these big stinger explosions, it can be devastating. But Pango has just done good in almost every single matchup that we've seen. So it should be, yeah, just skill matchup. We'll see how that one ends up going. And then bottom, you heard it from Moon himself. You know, they pre-picked this Gyrocopter to answer the Beastmaster early on in the laning phase, since you can just run him down, but also kill those boars and hawks with your flak. And then they picked the Beastmaster into it anyway. So Liquid, you know, they wanted to play this hero, and they don't seem to not have been fussed about that matchup. So quick other thing about, you know, the Slark, I'm trying to like think about why they maybe wanted to get rid of it also, is perhaps the save function, because Depth Shroud is very good versus like Beastmaster in particular. If you're not focusing the Slark, he's able to get that onto one of his cores and stuff. And Amar is just annoying on it, so maybe it's something along those lines. But yeah, they'll have to deal with the Tim.
They will for this game, and depending on how this game goes, you know, we may not see it again this series if this ends up being a rough game for Liquid and Falcons are able to take it.
Yeah, let's see how top ends up going in particular. As I said, level 3 is the main timing for the Monkey King to be able to apply pressure onto the Timbersaw. And also with Crit having the TP out early, it does give him a good start here, since that attack speed slow from the Dual Breath also was not leveled up. So yeah, he should be able to get those stacks up until level 2 comes out and Crit's able to counteract it. But that's the theory of this lane, is them just trying to not allow him to get those stacks. So far, Amar is going to be struggling a little bit. At least slowed down a bit.
As we see there, though, undefeated on his Timbersaw. So as I say, really a real challenge. Liquid, they're going to have to do something at sort of perform at a level beyond what they've been playing at. And they've already been playing, of course, at a fantastic level to get this far in the tournament. But to beat an Amar, pick Timbersaw,
staying low. I gotta keep
something else.
I gotta keep watching this mid. Nisha's playing this beautifully, contesting every single deny, forced a sandstorm back at the tower from Malrine too. So he's doing excellent in the mid lane right now. Crit.
This looks like it could be a first blood this time round. They catch him with the slow of the Primal Spring. Can he find some sort of denies the neutrals? He can't. Mickey able to find first blood.
Nicely done. Level 3's been hit, so they've got these Jingu stacks up. Crit has to be more careful with his positioning there. Does step up a bit far. I believe he went for a courier snipe. Maybe got baited a little bit there.
Radiant are scanning.
And Boxy, he's going to be even more annoying. So Malrine probably wants to go for the fill up into the bottle there from Crit, since they did go for that Rune contest. And now Nisha.
He steps up quite aggressively. Didn't expect Crit to sort of be in position to fight back. He's going to be out with the TP, but only just.
But has to get sent back to base, so we'll see Malrine very likely catch back up there on the CS. Overzealous stepping up there. That's, I mean, he doesn't see in particular that they were TPing in, but yeah, a good TP from Crit.
Yeah, well, of course, got to be something you expect, I imagine. Yeah, when a support dies in the side lane and respawns.
Especially if you're denying his water runes on the side too. Like that's when it's like, oh yeah, these mid laners, they need the bottom fill.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, either way, Nisha obviously doesn't get punished for it. It was close, though. If he did go down there, that would have been quite a mistake from him.
Yep, and let's see how the stacks end up going down. Thing of the Sand King, even if the lane does get maybe not perfect for you, you just go back and get the stacks. They did not actually block these, so choice from Team Liquid to not go for those. They're prioritizing on the other lanes. Sometimes you do see versus Sand King or SF or these flash farmers, that does get stacked out. And of course, we'll see, Beastmaster struggling, but is getting those stacks up and ready, as we tend to see. But he's not struggling as much as I actually expected him to. He's got 20 CS, which isn't so bad. However, it's 0 contest onto Skeeter. He's absolutely free farm.
Yeah. Okay. Should be all right here. Omar, interested just sort of away. Maybe going back in now to help Crit out. It's the initial burst. Dual Breath coming in on towards Mickey. He's trying to survive here through the lifesteal. He's able to take Crit down. See if Omar can get him in return.
Cannot.
He's got to be careful, yeah, indeed. Mickey stands his ground. Omar, at the moment, not quite at the level where he has the burst to truly threaten the Monkey King.
Mickey going standard kind of build here. The Orbital Corrosion, very effective when you're playing versus any of these sustained heroes in the lane. Crit, since he dies, back to the mid lane he goes to fill up. Can he secure the Power Rune? Nisha, he's hit level 6 already. Instant D-ward as well.
And they can't go for him. He's got the Rolling Thunder. And he's able to get across. He's going to be up to the top of the Power Rune is. Nisha sticking around with a good angle here. Does not have the vision himself, but he might have a lot of damage in, and in fact, he does. Fantastic stuff there from Nisha.
At bottom, they kill Skitter. Oh boy.
They got the two of them there.
That's huge. How
did they just get kills out of nowhere, really?
How did they get the bottom one? I know they've been moving around and stuff, but wow, getting the gyrocopter with this lane.
Mickey's ready to fight. He's going to jump in aggressively over towards Amar. Boundless Strike comes in to stop the Timber Chain. Amar's in trouble. Jump forward from Boxy. They're getting kills on all lanes here, Liquid. 6-0, 6 minutes in.
Picture perfect early game. I cannot believe the bottom lane in particular is the most surprised that they're able to bring down Skitter.
Falcons must have been playing aggressive or something going for kills themselves to get punished like that.
I mean, Boxy and 33 working their magic. Boxy in particular on his, his 4 Morphling. It's been pretty outstanding. I mean, not every single game, but when it does pop off in this hero, it can do some crazy stuff. And he has some really good spells to turn into, as we do see, even versus the Timber and stuff. So pretty cool. See what he's going to be able to do when he does turn into some of these heroes and use their abilities against them. And yeah, the Beast getting a kill.
Super hot start from Liquid on the lanes. With their lineup, is that kind of expected for them to have the edge in the laning stage?
They tend to draft for lanes. That's kind of how Liquid likes to play overall, especially going for this Monkey King. Mickey, he seems to be... I mean, a lot of people are playing it, but I feel like Mickey is just the specialist on it. They seem to do very well when he does play it. So, yeah, so far, things are looking excellent, and they have shut down this last pick Timber so far. In the laning phase, his net worth is quite low. Things are very good for them to build the pressure to AA. There's other thing about this hero is you can just get ran down a lot of times.
You can feed pretty
you can feed pretty easy on AA.
It's a nice one to feed on.
It's a nice one to feed on.
It is. Once it starts, you just can't stop it sometimes. We'll see if, the Snaking professional player, he'll be able to slow down the dying. He's died twice already, but
will he?
The game gets crazy.
Snaking usually does have quite a bit of death, so even if they do win.
That's not a good combo then. Don't give the support that's dying the AA. It's only going to get worse.
But he's got good levels. That's the one thing. He's actually almost level 6 already at this point in 8 minutes in. So that's pretty outstanding. So getting quite a bit down there. Maybe getting some extra boars and stuff I wasn't able to see at the start there. Because Skeeter's also level 6, so getting a lot out of this bot lane, even though they did die on the gyrocopter, they're high level. And he'll find a D-ward, which actually pushes him to 6. Snay has 6 at 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Which is, I mean, that's very fast, especially if you die in the lane. That's
true.
Interesting.
And that's, you know, it doesn't matter how much you feed on an AA if you hit your Ice Blast.
And speaking of that Ice Blast, it might come in a bit unexpected.
It's going to get the hit onto Insania.
Close.
Not quite onto Nisha. Either way, they're not going to have the follow-up to bring anything below the thresholds. But does scare them off. Liquid have to back away.
That was an opportunity to maybe seize, you know, because I don't think they expect this AA to be 6 this early on. Because looking at the other supports, nobody else is that close yet. Boxy is actually, because he's now been given the lane since 33 is getting jungled. Yeah, 33 being able to jungle at this point after getting a kill. Look at his net worth on this Beast.
Yeah, he's doing,
it's phenomenal.
He's doing great. We've seen Beast off to, I feel like usually the Beast is off to a pretty tough start.
Yep.
They have some sort of way to shut him down during the laning phase. And whatever plan they had here, I mean, as you say, the idea of picking the Gyro to try and scare him off it, this is why they weren't scared of picking the Beast anyway.
Absolutely.
Still has a great lane.
Trying to work himself away. Boxy is making the move. So is Nisha.
Amar's pretty prepared for this one. Won't be able to catch him out. Plays it safe. Somebody get out of the lane.
Smoking bottom. They want to try to pressure 33. They know he's having way too good of a time. Malrine looking for a position. There's a defensive ward placed from 33, and he is healthy. On top of that, he's not squishy. He has the Seeds of Serenity that he's kept himself full HP at. Ogre Axe too, so he's 1500 HP on this Beast. Not an easy kill commit, but they will just steal the stacks or attempt to.
They'll probably be able to get this this neutral stack at least. This is going to die pretty easy to the Sandstorm and the...
He's scared though.
Okay, and Needy doesn't want to stick around and try and burst it there with the Burrow Strike. Has to use it to get away from Nisha. Crit. Hiding in the trees. I think they know he's there.
Ooh.
Jump.
He's scanned.
Over him, but they definitely know he's here.
Wait.
Wait. Oh my.
The board?
What? Okay.
Okay, the board.
Nearly able to juke them, but indeed is going to be slowed down. Does not have a TP available, and even if he did, wouldn't be able to use it. Crit goes down. Liquid, they're able to make sure that this area of the map is kept safe, and Falcons are forced out.
Smashing this early game so far. Even Boxy, I'm seeing what he's doing. He's being very annoying versus Amar. He's just shifting. He's turning into the Timber, and when Amar goes to farm Ancients and stuff like that, he just Timber chains in, throws a Whirling Death, so it's very pesky. I love what Team Liquid is doing right now with this pressure. 8-0 so far. Do lose their bottom tower, but either way, they've done phenomenal in this lane.
Yeah, this is a crazy good start.
And that could, enhance that timing for the pipe to come up very fast. Like, Blitz was saying, the Aghanims into pipe perhaps could just be that build for Beastmaster to just look to surround him. Nisha getting active.
I'd like to see it. There we go, Boundless to set up onto Amar. It's worth the chain. They're going to continue the chase. They've got the 4 of them here. TPs have to come in if they want to attempt to help Amar out, but he's already gone. Mickey gets the kill, and now, they do not want to fight this. They can't fight Liquid in this area, even on their side of the map. Liquid, at the moment, too strong for Falcons to tackle head on.
And they're going to steal pretty much everything here. Nisha off to a phenomenal start, and he's going to go the Mage Slayer route that we saw a couple other players do, which is very good this game versus the mass magic damage. So throw a pipe and a Mage Slayer. Majority of that damage early game is going to be negated from Falcons. It's going to be Skitter who does pretty much all of it at that point.
Skitter's going to be tickling a little bit, and then you got a bit of Pure coming out from the Timber Sword.
Yeah, but the Timber is very shut down after this lane. Mid.
Nisha is going to go for the setup here. And Snaking's around to help out. Indeed, nice little jukes, and Nisha won't want to play around that close to the tower anymore because Maori, Crit, and Skitter, they've turned up in their numbers. They're going to try and see if they can find something, but the waveform's up on Boxy and Falcons. They won't get a kill out of this one.
Gonna try to pressure tower here. They want to try to get something out of this movement where they bring 4. But in the meanwhile, Team Liquid just getting this farm going. 3 components of the Aghanims already done for that Beastmaster pick.
This'll come in handy.
And they finish off this tower. Rolling Thunder still on cooldown. Are they gonna look to rotate perhaps even Mickey, and who's also gone Mage Slayer? So they're like tripling down perhaps onto this magic negation versus Team Falcons, which looks quite strong, especially in the early game.
Of course, no surprise there with the change up in the build. As you say, prioritize the Mage Slayer. At this point will be the fastest we've seen on a Monkey King.
I think it was him who did it the last time too, but I'm not sure. I remember seeing another one of these Mage Slayers early on, and it looked very good because we're seeing just Rise of Sand King and all this, so definitely very strong if he's able to get that onto any of these targets, which in team fights he will.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. I guess what the trade-off here when you go for this, it's not going to speed up your farming, right? So if the game starts to fall into a bit more of a passive state, I mean, you still, I guess Monkey King, even without like a Maelstrom or something, farms pretty quickly, especially with this, you got like the mana regen to sustain like Primal Springing around.
But he's playing for aggression. I don't think Liquid is looking to be that type of slow-paced team.
No,
You can see his skill build. He's 3-1-4.
Yep.
So when you see it, you want to slow down and get farm on these monkeys, you go for the max Primal Spring build. And this is kind of the archetype of Team Liquid, right? They don't like to really play those farm games. Yes, if it comes to it, they'll sometimes do it, but they want to be dictators of tempo. They want to be super aggressive with items and with these heroes. And yeah, this is very ideal for it. So double Mage Slayers. And so far, Malrine still struggling also. You know, these two cores definitely getting impacted from the way that the lane went down. So no blink still.
His time is working out for Liquid. So 33, just about to have his Aghanims done.
It's so fast.
But yeah, the timing, they're smashing them this game. We already saw what both Pango and Monkey King hitting the fastest Mage Slayer rushes we've seen this tournament.
9-0. They're keeping that 4K lead growing, not giving up even a CM or anything. Sometimes in these games, like a Crystal Maiden does get picked off from a move. So far, even Insania dodging the moves. It's an AA blast I saw. Yes, it is. Maybe looking to catch the morph or something low, but Boxy's not playing low.
Just counting things out as well, checking out the Roshan pit in case, because
Skeeter.
there's the chance they try and sneak for an early one. Skeeter. And now that he's got back up behind him. Stepping forward, not able to get the Boundless Strike connection. Falcons, they're a little scared of time for the fight off to the side. They've caught Malrine. Malrine's gone, and now they can turn over Skeeter as well. The burst is coming out. Skeeter falling low. Double kill for Nisha as he finishes off the shield crash. Mickey, he got the Wukong's command down on the AA. Snaking goes down. They've lost 4. Amar, he's caught by the Boundless Liquid. They're going to chase.
He's alone.
They can find the team wipe. He misses the tipper chain. Amar, he's going to be taken down slowly but surely. It's a team wipe by Liquid here at 15 minutes in.
5 for 1. Perfect fight. They snipe Malrine on the side before he gets literally anything off. They get the roar on Skeeter. Yeah, Beastmaster dies, but a perfect move from Liquid.
Crazy stuff from Liquid.
It's picture perfect.
Yeah,
really.
they're playing the best we've seen from them. And as I say, you know, they've already set the bar pretty high, but turning up today in this game 1 against Falcons, letting Amar have his last pick Timbersaw, 15 minutes in, Liquid, they're completely cruising over them.
They've got the answers so far. 7K lead. Everything is just working out in their favor.
And Amar,
beautiful fight.
not able to break away in those final moments.
Ooh, missing the chain. Dies probably, very likely anyway, but either way, does miss it.
They're playing fast. They're going to keep this speed going. They've got the mech coming out pretty soon.
Pretty much, he has it.
He's got it. So that's going to be added into the next fight, the next play. We're not seeing the pipe come straight up quite yet. You know, we're getting the blink first. See over in the river, and Satan's going to get jumped towards. And that's got backup. Malrini's going to drop the epicenter. They won't.
They'll ditch him.
They'll take what they can. They can kill onto the CM. Can they get anything more? There's a missile heading away, and Mickey jump forward from Amar. It's a lot of burst. The Ice Blast is in. They've taken Mickey down.
Here comes the roar.
33 and Nisha, they're ready to find some kills in return. Rolling Thunder connects over towards Malrine. They've killed the 2 of them off. Falcons, they get a 2-for-2 trade. All things considered, you know, it's something for them. Still doesn't feel too great. They're losing their mid. They're losing their off lane.
Nisha's doing too much. They've got to find an answer somehow for this. It's a last pick Pango that also came into the pool, and he is flawless. 6-0 and 4. Catching Malrine every single time, it feels like. This time they will lose. They will lose a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. They do get so much out of it. But Falcons at least happy to claim something for themselves. Who got the last hit? Did Skeeter get any of them? Much needed time to get the kills. I see Boxy queuing up the cloak. It might just be him. I think with the way that the early game has gone too, that pipe, it's still going to be necessary, but they don't need it as much because they have these double Mage Slayers that kind of do similar to be able to reduce a lot of that damage. And yeah, they're steamrolling the moves, and they're really reading every play. Look at Falcons right now setting up bottom, and Team Liquid's already prepared, perhaps.
They're going to try for the burst on 33. Remember the burst strike and the Ice Blast. The connect, you have to follow damage to bring 32 below the threshold. He's got to back off with cold feet upon him, but they've lost the 2 heroes. They do get the job done, but indeed at the cost of both of their lives. I mean, Smiles there on 33. I don't think he cares. Malrine, he's throwing his life away to kill this Beastmaster. This doesn't slow down Liquid.
No, 33 is super happy. And speaking about slowing down, it's actually going to be Liquid who probably speeds up very, very soon because they have potential to just do Rosh at any moment. I think every time we've seen this Ags Beast come out, most teams just can just go threaten it if they'd like to. So something that Team Falcons is going to have to be prepared in the next upcoming moments. And Nisha's farm is just crazy. 11,000 so far. Mage Slayer, Blink, 2 components of that Aghanims, and of course, gets blessed with the Orb of Destruction as well, too, on top. So, a free game so far for this Pango. You might have to just smoke and blow everything sometime soon in this early game, because otherwise he might just not die.
That's the problem, right? They just kind of tried to do that, albeit they only did it with the 2 of them.
Sure.
It didn't go very cleanly. They're going to try it now with the 4 of them Falcons, see what they can find.
They know that this Rosh is very likely to happen. You know, that Aghanim's Beast, it's kind of that timing that most teams have been going around, so they're looking to play around it, but Liquid, they're playing smart. They're not forcing it just yet, perhaps expecting this fight.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Nisha coming through the portal.
Oh, so if they can get the jump again on 33. They did kill him last time, but now the backups here from Nisha.
Illusion bait.
With an epicenter at the side. He's able to connect with the burst strike. Ice Path to follow. Can they burst through Nisha? He's able to get the shield crash off the Ice Blast. Straight in upon him. They brought Nisha down.
But they're going to lose a lot. The 2 cores drop.
Indeed, it's just such a cost each and every time that they try and make these plays, Falcons.
I mean, I don't blame them for just blowing everything onto Nisha. They have to try to slow his game down.
Absolutely.
But
they have to
lose 2
eliminate
cores.
the Pango, but as we're saying, even if they do that, winning the team fight, that's a real kind of tall task for them right now. And now into the pit. Liquid, they go. With those 2 heroes dead on Falcons, no Malorine, no Amar. There'll be no team fight, no contest of this Roche.
They'll just back it up, try to get some farm efficiency, but it dies fast on Liquid with this Beastmaster. It's going down. Mickey, SNY is done, so versus these chain stuns, there's definitely possibilities that if they don't do it perfectly, he can get reset away and get away perhaps even from that AA blast. Status resistance going to be nice for him.
Yeah.
Do they have any repositioning yet? I see Boxy, he is just going to be going down the standard, back into the pipe, and they almost have a 4 staff on the CM, so they will be able to push him out.
Pipe as well.
Yeah. He's pretty close, right?
Yeah, 800 gold away. And if indeed Mickey wants to get this shard next after the SNY, it's super nice. Also, just to sort of have that surprise movement in the middle of a fight, it means it makes it that little bit harder for Snake King to line up these Ice Blasts, because suddenly the Monkey King is at the other end of his boundless strike. Yeah,
this shard is one of my favorite ones currently at the moment. Even though we don't see Monkey King too much because it's getting banned in a lot of games, or some teams don't prefer to play it.
Very good.
It has offensive potential, it has defensive potential, it has so many different things you can do with it. So, Team Liquid keeping this lead consistent here. Boxy.
They're trying to jump. With the Ice Blast will connect. But he's got a lot of HP to work with.
Yeah, he stays himself shifted up. And now
backup's coming in from the side. Snake King's dead.
Oh, Malorine.
He's just not able to get up to the high ground. Oh, that's a beautiful angle.
Oh, it's perfect
there. One of the times that you're very happy to stuck sort of between the walls of the cliff. It was perfect. He was kept right on top of the Sand King.
And 33 just solo killed Amar. Liquid just
this is
making
crazy.
beautiful moves.
And it's going to be quite the hit, I feel, for Falcons. Losing this game 1, as we saw in the stats, this hasn't been happening when they pick Amar as Timbersaw.
Nope. And it was the last pick.
He's going to be shaken up a little bit. They go for this last pick, Timber. They don't lose with that Falcons, but maybe today here in this game 1, they do.
How many of these, can they just nerf Pango already? I think we're going to get a mini-map replay of Nisha, of course, but my goodness, how many of these last pick Pangos and how many years are we going to have to deal with this hero just dominating games? I mean, Nisha playing it perfectly so far here, as he really has dominated super hard in this one. And his itemization, it's clean. You know, going for this Mage Slayer. There's a nice in-between item for the natural build-up.
Yeah, all the timings from Liquid are coming very flawlessly this game. I mean, it was just to be expected when you've won the lanes, you're having this lead. Sure. But they're definitely not letting it go to waste. You know, Liquid, they're hitting timing after timing after timing, just leaving very few windows really for Falcons to do anything. It's getting to sort of the point where
it's all on Skeeter.
Yeah, exactly.
It really feels like.
The Falcons are kind of in the position that they've been able to force most of the other teams that they've defeated on the way to this point. Yeah. Where indeed it's just kind of hit creeps, hope for the best, and hope that the carry can carry you.
It really is feeling like it's almost entirely on Skeeter at this point, because this 4 Morphling has gotten away with the greed. 5, 0, and 11 also on Boxy, making clean moves. And he's got the mech in the pipe. So 3 of the heroes in particular are very countered now. The AA, the Sanking, and the Jakiro's damage is going to be very reduced on that, on top of the Mage Slayer as well, too. Yeah, beautiful itemization, beautiful play so far. So for Team Falcons, have to just try to maybe slow down the pace of the game, get some type of recovery, and just let Skeeter do his thing. Because right now he is still farming very well, but it's just not easy when there's this Roar that's always going to focus fire him. They pretty much can just throw multiple hero spells on him, and there's so many that pierce BKB. The Wukong's just thrown on him plus a Roar. In most situations, he's just dead. See what they look to do, because making aggressive moves just seems pretty impossible now. Boxy.
Dire are scanning.
He doesn't have the pipe, does he? No, he doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't.
Getting
Okay.
closer. Yeah, he got the ring. I thought he had it, too.
debated us because he queued up the ring on its own. So it was like, oh, he only needs to buy the ring.
I mean, he's still very, very
He
farmed,
is.
but he's not too far away.
Yeah, we got baited.
Yeah, and even without that, we've been seeing what he's been able to do on this morph with the morph ability.
Yep.
And he's just staying at pretty much full strength in every occasion, just in case like a stun and an ice blast comes up. He'll tank through it. He absolutely will tank through it.
Yeah, he will. It's. I mean, I imagine the blast has pretty much just got a hit on whoever you get caught in the burrow strike, the opening stun. And ideally, in terms of a hero that you're actually going to have a chance to kill, it's got to be what the Pango or the Monkey King.
Yeah, it feels like that at the moment, especially because this beast has BKB. It just not work.
You don't want to waste that on the support. No. And the Beastmaster 33 very likely will have already got his roar off in the team fight. So it's just trying 100 to 0. One of the other two cores, one of Mickey or Nisha.
That feels exactly how they have to try to execute. Once they do, perhaps, maybe once they get the BKB on Malrine, he'll feel a little bit more comfortable for them to try to 100 to 0. But yeah, Liquid now, with firm control of the map, just not really letting too many people go out and farm. I mean, look at the state of the map. They have four heroes kind of occupying the bottom jungle. Boxy's taking triangle. Amar can't farm anywhere. Even Skeeter can't find many places to farm.
Oh!
And there's the roar. Easy kill.
33 nearly. He might have had that on his own, honestly.
Solo, yeah.
He might have just been able to solo kill Malrine there. He didn't even need the backup.
Tower to drop. They're just continuing this pressure.
They are crumbling. They are crumbling big time. And I mean, looking back at it, what do you think? What are Falcons taking away from this game, taking away from this draft? I feel like one of them, the AA might not be showing its face.
I think it might not, yeah. They just taking complete advantage of it in the laning phase in particular. I just cannot believe that they got the kill bottom on Skeeter in a lane with that, they've kind of preempted this as Boxy.
They're trying to fight, but indeed Boxy's able to walk out of all of this. Mickey's laid down the Wukong's command. Nisha is crashing up towards the tier 4s with a Rolling Thunder. Amar's doing a good job of forcing them out at the base. So Liquid will back up.
No kill to be got, though, because Malrine dead. If he was alive, perhaps they could maybe get some type of kill as they retreat, but immediately when he respawns, Liquid resets, backs up away.
Yeah.
Great place so far. Pretty much no mistakes coming out from Team Liquid. After winning lanes and making 0 mistakes, the key to success for sure. And now getting even more of these items, BKB done for the Monkey King, so now popping him also perhaps quite difficult. You might just have to go for the Pango in every situation, which is, I mean, probably necessary anyway. Falcons, they're going to try to smoke, catch him off guard. Rolling Thunder on cooldown.
All right, let's have a look. Can Falcons find something? Crit.
Whoop, spotted right away.
Immediate moves there from Liquid away from the potential move coming in towards them.
And they'll nuke, and Nisha might just continue like shoving bot, even though he's not the best pushing here on a Pango. They've got a catapult wave. Never mind, he's TPing mid. He wants to fight. Boxy's making the call.
Falcons already on the retreat.
This ward is placed, and it does see Nisha. And they have to blow absolutely everything to just pop him, but they seem to know that this vision is there.
Crit watching from the trees. Not going to go for any setup himself.
And they're scouted now. The illusions will see them.
Falcons.
Are scanning.
Is there any chance of taking a fight now that their position has been known?
They have to have this perfect... They need the perfect situation for them to just pop the Pango and somehow kind of get the ball rolling after that. But yeah, Liquid resets, and they're like, okay, you want to fight us outside? Your base is being pushed. We'll just shove it in. Bottom's being pinged out. They already have to start setting up for the defense.
Start TPing back Mickey, setting up in the tree line. Ooh, nice little dodge there. Doesn't get caught by the burrow strike. Tier 3 going down. Falcons, yeah, completely forced back to the base.
And there's that pipe to Boxy.
There we go. Now it's done.
Now it's done.
Now he's got it.
It's not a bad time. I mean, it's definitely like not the fastest of timings by any means, but it's a very good timing for the support morph with a mech on top, with the arcane boots. I mean, he's done so much on Boxy.
And as you said, Liquid haven't needed it before now.
Nope, they did not.
It's going to be that nice sort of cherry on top to allow them to push the high ground potentially and end the game.
Pretty much, yeah. And Mickey, I like that
survivability.
He delayed that shard. He wanted to get that.
Oh, he did it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Malrine.
Boxy on the cliff, scouting, trying to get the jump. Immediate roar. Malrine's just straight out of the fight. He does not have buyback. So no chance really for Falcons to try and turn this fight. Skeeter has to BKB and run away.
He tickles.
He jumps in with the burst. We'll see how much Nisha wants to dive. He's going to look towards snaking. Beautiful angles here for Nisha to keep snaking locked down. 3 dead on Falcons. Amar caught outside the base.
They might call this.
They may indeed do so.
Amar.
Because this game, it's looking pretty done and dusted.
It sure is. A 5 for... I mean, they kill 4 heroes and lose absolutely nobody. The chain stun, Malrine gets nothing off. Boxy just claims the high ground, gets the perfect catch with the Beastmaster Roar. And Falcons, I think it's looking forward to that next game as Liquid looking to at least get 1 Rax advantage here.
Yeah, they may not feel the need to back off.
They might
We're
keep
seeing
going
how
bottom.
easy they can just kill whoever they want to jump at the start of the fight.
Bottom tower's 300 HP. Let's see if they do take the risk to go for it as well to play it super safe.
Oh, Malrine. Wants to start something off here. It's not going to
They'll
happen.
play safe.
Liquid. They'll take the Rax. They'll back off.
Play around their vision immediately. They have another Roar available here. Skeeter. His BKB's on cooldown. Does reset to the side. 18,000 gold lead. And yeah, the line is being drawn. Boxy furiously drawing on the left side. They're just saying, okay, we got that lane. Bottom's going to push in, so is mid. Picking up these neutral items as well. And seeing the next queue up, I've been seeing him switching back and forth. Nullifier, just great itemization. Being able to deal with the Aghanims on the Timber, even though they already have the answers to it. It seems like just with overwhelming damage. Yeah, just good choices to be able to go for every single one of these. Yes. One of the cleaner games I think we've seen.
Ooh. Let's see. To tease around with Malrine. I mean,
He ain't scared.
This is what, 4K HP hero, pipe and mech.
They can't kill him.
Yeah, one of, if not the tankiest support I guess you can have in the game at this point if you're having a good game.
Definitely. I mean, Boxy's played it to perfection. Beastmaster Morphling lane coming to your pubs. The Beast already was, but had the Morphling in it.
Yeah, I mean, that's happened in pubs before, but normally when there's a disagreement on who's playing core, normally they try and contest the CS. Here, that's not the case. Professional support.
And Nisha now has a Lincoln, so the target they ideally wanted, just 100 to 0, now has protection versus the one of the only targeted spells that they have, that Burrow. Right, they have the Missile and the AA one, but those are not really the easiest ones to catch to break a Lincoln's on a Pango, so he has the opportunity to live in pretty much every instance, even if they maybe get the initial cast. Samar, they're playing around their vision.
This could be rough.
Nisha.
And Falcons, I mean, they're sort of watching, but how do they start? Who goes first? I mean, whoever goes in, almost certainly going to die. Do they really want to jump Boxy? No. You know, Boxy's going to jump them. He's going to go in. They'll turn with the Burrow Strike. They're going to throw the spells down onto the support more. That's going to give the freedom for Mickey to jump the back of the fight. The Roar's down onto Skeeter. Skeeter's gone.
And
Crit to go down as well. Snaking gets chased down. It is absolutely over. GG is called as Team Liquid completely smashed Falcons in this game 1, Fog.
Decimated.